Hi there, I'm Lily, and I've got an incredible story to share about my great. Once upon a time, in ancient Persia, there was a young Jewish girl named Esther. She was just living her normal life, helping her cousin Mordecai and dreaming of adventure. But little did she know, her life was about to change faster than you can say royal decree. You see, the king of Persia, Xerxes, had a bit of a row with his queen. He decided he needed a new one. Talk about relationship drama. And guess what? When it was Esther's turn to meet the king, he was completely smitten. Move over, Cinderella. We've got a new rags to riches story. But being queen wasn't all fancy dresses and royal feasts. Esther had a lot to learn, and fast. She knew she had a big responsibility now, not just to the king, but to her people too. Meanwhile, there was this nasty piece of work named Haman. He was the king's right-hand man, and boy did he have an ego the size of the Persian Empire. Haman tricked the king into agreeing to his evil plan. When Mordecai found out, he was devastated. He put on sackcloth and ashes, which is ancient speak for I'm really upset. Esther's cousin Mordecai was like, "Esther, you've got to do something. You're our only hope." But Esther was scared. I mean, wouldn't you be? Going to the king uninvited could mean death. Mordecai reminded Esther that maybe she became queen for exactly this reason, to save her people. It was like her own superhero origin story. This is where it gets really good. Esther had to dig deep and find her inner superhero. She decided to fast for 3 days to prepare. No food, no water, now that's dedication. After 3 days, Esther put on her best royal robes. She decided to risk everything to save her people. Talk about girl power! Esther took a deep breath and marched right up to that throne room. The suspense was killing me. Everyone held their breath as the king looked up. Would he be angry? Would he send her away? Or worse? And guess what? The king welcomed her. He even offered her up to half his kingdom. Now that's what I call a warm welcome. But Esther didn't want half the kingdom. She had a much bigger request in mind. Esther invited the king and Haman to a special banquet. Ooh, the plot thickens. At the banquet, Esther cleverly exposed Haman's evil plan. The king was furious. Haman begged Esther for mercy, but it was too late. His plan had backfired big time. The king realized Haman's true nature and, well, let's just say Haman's career in the royal court came to a very abrupt end. With Haman out of the picture, the king issued a new decree allowing the Jewish people to defend themselves. And defend themselves they did. It was like an ancient version of Home Alone, with the bad guys getting outsmarted at every turn. In the end, the Jewish people were saved, all thanks to Esther's bravery and clever thinking. And that's why we celebrate Purim every year.
And that's why we celebrate Purim every year. It's like a big party to remember Esther's bravery. We dress up in costumes, give gifts to friends, and make lots of noise whenever Haman's name is mentioned. It's a real hoot. But more than just a fun holiday, Purim reminds us of the power of courage and standing up for what's right. Esther could have stayed quiet and safe in her palace, but she chose to speak up, even when it was scary. And because of her bravery, she changed the course of history. Not bad for a girl who started out as just an ordinary orphan, eh? So next time you're afraid to speak up or stand out, remember my grandmother Esther? You might not become the Queen of Persia, but you might just change the world in your own way.